Stay up to date with what's happening in North Central Washington. Go to the NCW Life Community Calendar at ncwlife.com.
It's time for NCW Life News on the NCW Life channel. The latest from the Wenatchee Valley and North Central Washington with Steve Hare, Grant Olson, and sports with Eric Granstrom.
Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window where we're seeing some clouds right now at very mild temperatures as we look at this gorgeous shot from the Manson Water Tower at beautiful Lake Chelan. And you can almost tell by the skies they're getting that blustery look to them. And that's what we will see as we especially get into our Thursday. But record high temperatures set today of 59 degrees, broke our old record of 57 set back just a few years ago in 2015. But there are those winds we're talking about, and for us it will mainly be Thursday where we could see winds approaching 50-mile-an-hour gusts. I think those will be more at the ridge tops as that graphic indicates, but we could see gusts around 30 to 35 miles an hour. And notice that shaded area, that's where we will see the strongest winds tomorrow. I'll tell you why we're going to see all the winds and what our weekend holds in store for us a little bit later on in your weather forecast. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. A routine traffic stop turned into much more than that for the Wenatchee Police Department late Monday night. And Senator Brad Hawkins accompanied Governor Jay Inslee yesterday in Wenatchee, where the two visited with school and public power officials. But first, we begin tonight. The Grant County Sheriff's Office reports the arrest of Moses Lake shooting suspect Matthew Lowe. He was found Tuesday afternoon at a home in Cheney. Lowe will be taken to the Grant County Jail in Ephrata to face charges in connection to a February 4th shooting between him and Patrick Pearson north of Moses Lake. Pearson is also in custody at the Grant County Jail. The two men are suspected of shooting at each other from their moving vehicles Sunday in Moses Lake. It was believed Lowe was injured in the shootout, but he did not have any injuries when he was arrested. A routine traffic stop turned into much more than that for the Wenatchee Police Department late Monday night. Around 11:40 p.m., Wenatchee police officers stopped a vehicle because its exhaust system was too loud. Police immediately recognized 33-year-old Joshua James Clark, a passenger in the vehicle, who was wanted on an outstanding warrant. While Clark outside of the vehicle, he attempted to jump over the car in an attempt to flee. The officers on scene quickly apprehended him. During a search of Clark's backpack, officers found 95 grams of methamphetamine, 27 grams of heroin, and various prescription drugs. Police also found plastic bags, a digital scale, syringes, and a glass pipe that had been used to smoke meth. Clark was booked into the Chelan County Regional Justice Center on suspicion of possession of meth with intent to deliver, possession of heroin with intent to deliver, possession of drug paraphernalia, 2 counts of unlawful possession of a legend drug, resisting arrest, and obstructing a law enforcement officer. Well, continued funding for community health centers has been secured in a short-term spending plan being proposed by congressional Republican lawmakers. Health centers such as Columbia Valley Community Health in Wenatchee had been left in limbo for months, awaiting an extension for their funding. Both parties generally support the centers, but the debate has been caught up in broader budget battles. 4th District Congressman Dan Newhouse commented on Tuesday at a news conference that over 300,000 people are served by community health centers in central Washington alone.
This is not just some faceless federal bureaucracy. We're talking about people's lives, lots of people's lives. And so that's why I thank all of you for being here this morning, showing your support, helping to urge Congress to do the right thing. And with that help, we will be successful and we will get long-term funding for community health centers. So thank you very much.
Congress is preparing to vote on another continuing resolution that includes 2 years of funding for community health centers. Without that money, facilities such as CVCH in Wenatchee were considering cutting services such as adult dental care and pharmacy services. Late this morning, Senate negotiators worked to finalize a long-term federal budget deal. 12th District Senator Brad Hawkins accompanied Governor Jay Inslee Tuesday in Wenatchee, where the two visited with school and public power officials. During his tour, the governor met with commissioners with the Chelan County PUD, where they discussed clean energy and heard about some of the other innovations such as electric vehicle charging stations and smart metering. Here he is with Commissioners Gary Arsenault and Dennis Bowles. The governor also visited a classroom at Grant Elementary School in East Wenatchee, where he spoke to a group of students. Inslee ended his tour with a visit to Wenatchee Valley College, where he talked with officials about their sustainable practices and possible clean energy investments and future workforce training. Well, it will be a history-making event when a Malaysian athlete from Chelan competes in alpine skiing at the Winter Olympic Games in Pyeongchang, South Korea, which begin on Thursday. Jeremy Webb, whose mother is from Malaysia and father is from Chelan, will compete in the slalom and giant slalom after emerging as the best skier at the 2017 Sapporo Asian Games in Japan. To add to the local flavor, Webb will be coached by the executive director and head coach of the Mission Ridge ski team, Ryan Shorter. Webb, who's been skiing since the age of 5, has been skiing for the Mission Ridge ski team, where Shorter has served since 2006. In his tenure at Mission Ridge, Shorter has helped a multitude of athletes make the U.S. ski team. Jeremy Webb will compete in the giant slalom on February 18th and the slalom on February 22nd. Coach Shorter says as Webb gets older, he will continue to improve, and he hopes the young skier finishes in the top 50 racers in South Korea. Coming up next, the impacts from last summer's Jack Creek fire could impact a major source of water for the upper Wenatchee Valley. And Wenatchee area roads are now among those with seasonal weight restrictions now in effect. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
My name's Robert Duff. Current and previous occupation is architect, engineer, and lawyer. Grew up here in Washington, born in Moses Lake. When I first came to CVCH, was looking for a place to get some dental work done. And I was really impressed with the people at the counter. I mean, they were just on top of it. It only took her like 15 minutes to do the job. I didn't feel anything. The technology is so great, you don't even realize you're at the dentist. These people are so professional. I would have any one of these people in my home for dinner. These people are family.
I am Dan Coots. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We got news, we got sports, we got weather, we got obscure holiday, today in history, birthdays. Those actresses from the 70s that I had a huge crush on. Lindsay Wagner, Jane Russell, Meryl Streep, Barbara Bush. Wanted to wish her a happy birthday. It gave me an excuse to throw her picture up on my show. Exclusive distributors of Life Water. Now available in the shatterproof plastic bottle.
Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, mornings at 7 o'clock on the NCW Life channel.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community. Come see us at the Plaza in Lake Chelan.
Welcome back. And in other news, the impacts from last summer's Jack Creek fire could impact a major source of water for the upper Wenatchee Valley. NCW Life's Steve Hare reports.
The fire in the Alpine Lakes Wilderness burned near one of the reservoirs that serves the Icicle and Peshaston irrigation districts. Over the past year, the irrigation district has been collaborating in a working group with the county and a variety of other stakeholders, including environmental organizations, on plans to increase the reservoir's capacity. Chelan County Commissioner Keith Gaynor said the effects of the wildfire could expedite the work on one of those lakes.
One of the key lakes, the 8 Mile Lake, which has the dam that needs to be refurbished, it experienced some significant burning around it in that Jack Creek fire last year, and so the BEAR report, the burned area emergency assessment that takes place there, indicated that there is a concern for runoff. So there may be a need to get into that area and make the repairs sooner than had been anticipated. So we're hopeful that we'll be able to deal with that and make it beneficial for the environment and also for the water storage.
On another front, Gaynor said the county is also looking to the state for help in funding a pilot project that would involve the use of natural dams to increase water storage on streams that feed the Wenatchee River.
It's a very promising project. We've done one already up in the Mission Creek area, and we're hopeful of getting some funding for additional sites, because we do have some of the tributaries of the Wenatchee that will be running out of water based on the reserve that's been in place. This would hold more water for a longer period of time, and then it would come later in the season. So it's a very promising project, not only for Chelan County, but for other counties throughout the state.
Gaynor said the county is working with Senator Brad Hawkins to obtain state funding for the Wenatchee River watershed projects. Steve Hare, NCW Life News.
And while we're on the topic of water, check this out. Sean Ballard shared this vintage photograph with us this morning. It was shot back in 1909, looking east toward what was then East Wenatchee, as the irrigation pipeline was being extended over the historic pedestrian pipeline bridge. Very cool. Wenatchee area roads are now among those with seasonal weight restrictions now in effect. The Wenatchee, Cashmere, and Chelan road maintenance districts are affected. Freight haulers who wish to travel the affected roadways must hand in a completed permit by 10 a.m. Monday through Friday prior to the day they wish to travel. This gives district supervisors enough time to review the permit. Beginning next Thursday, February 15th, a portion of Birch Mountain Road will be closed to the public. The gate at milepost 1.12 on Birch Mountain Road will be closed through March 31st. The annual road closure is to protect the roadway from damages that may occur with seasonal freezing and thawing conditions. Yesterday, Lake Chelan School District hosted its 2018 Spelling Bee. 10 students from 4th through 8th grade faced off in a single elimination contest until only one remained. NCW Life's Jay Seebeck was covering the event and has more from Chelan High School.
I'm out here at Chelan High School, here to cover the 2018 Chelan School District Spelling Bee. The contest is between 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and even 8th graders. The kids that are involved have all been practicing and trying to get their way, and then it has been narrowed down to 10 finalists that will now be competing in the event.
The word is grandiose. Grandiose. G-R-A-N-D-I-O-S-E. Grandiose. That is correct. The word is barrette. B-A-R-E-T-T-E. Barrette. I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
By the end of the 6th round, 3 of the 5 top contestants were eliminated, leaving Cray Silva and Charlie Morgan. Here is their championship head-to-head.
The word is propaganda.
Propaganda. P-R-O-P-O-G-A-N-D-A. Propaganda.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. The word is conundrum.
Conundrum. C-O-N-U-N-D-R-U-M. Conundrum.
That is correct. The word is piteously.
Piteously. P-I-T-E-O-U-S-L-Y. Piteously.
That is correct.
Well, I would have been eliminated with that silent E at the end of grandiose, as well as that A-E mix-up and marmalade. So congratulations to our winners and finalists. They'll be moving on to Eastmont here in March to go into the regional tournament, and that's going to be featuring kids all across Washington State. Whoever wins that then has a chance to go to Washington, D.C. Here in Chelan at the Chelan High School, I'm Jay Seebeck with NCW Life News.
As Jay mentioned, congratulations to champion Cray Silva and runner-up Charlie Morgan. As Jay also mentioned, the pair will now compete at the regional spelling bee at Eastmont High School in March. Also, stay tuned to the NCW Life magazine in the coming weeks to see the complete spelling bee competition. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update, followed by today's feature story. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Eric Grandstrom, inviting you to join us for the Kashmir Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant live on the NCW Life channel Saturday, February 10th, beginning at 6:30. Also on our website at ncwlife.com and on our Facebook page. Coverage brought to you by Boswell's Home Furnishings. Inspiration and comfort for every room in your home. And Collins Fashions, real clothes for real women in downtown Wenatchee. It's the Kashmir Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant live on the NCW Life channel Saturday, February 10th at 6:30.
Lake Wenatchee YMCA camp programs focus on our 4 core values of caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. Make this summer's memories last a lifetime. Pick your theme week today with a wide variety of safe and engaging activities. Lake Wenatchee YMCA camp is the ultimate summer fun in the sun camp for children, teens, and families. Reserve your child's week today.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a happy Wednesday. It was senior night at Eastmont High School last night, where the Wildcats hosted the Davis Pirates in Big 9 basketball action. Hopefully you watched it right here on the NCW Life channel. I was alongside Grant Olson with the call in the opener. Eastmont survived a bruise fest with 49 fouls called, 50 free throws attempted. There were a few field goals, however, so let's go to the highlights. Senior Emma Simpson getting things going for the Wildcats.
Underneath by DeFore, and out to Simpson for a 3. Good. Offense now. Maddie Chandler has it on the wing, inside to DeFore. Beautiful pass to Simpson across with the shot. It's good. DeFore, and now a turn and a shot from outside by Caitlin Cox. It's good from downtown. Kick outside as Davis in that zone continuing. Here's Simpson for 3. Well, Eastmont saying, okay, you're going to sag inside, make a shoot from the outside. We'll take it. Pass inside for Peasley. Peasley to DeFore. Shot on the way. Good over the top of Berman. I like it when she doesn't bring it down. Just keep it up and keep it high. 3:19 to go here in the third. Into Cox. 3-pointer. Good.
Big bucket right there by Caitlin Cox.
10 points by the junior on senior night. Trying to send these seniors off with a win for one more game of the regular season on Friday. Here in the fourth. 40-31. Eastmont on top. Turnaround shot of the paint. Good by Emily DeFore. 8 with 7. I think Davis finally waves the white flag. And on senior night, the Eastmont Lady Cats win at home and knock off the Davis Pirates by a final of 50-38.
So Simpson finished with 13 points to lead Eastmont. A couple of other players in double figures. Caitlin Cox, Emily DeFore each had 10. Eastmont wrapped up a home court play-in game next week. We'll talk more about that in a moment. Also last night, Wenatchee fell to number 1 ranked Moses Lake. 71-32. Cammie Worley and Ashley Turner each had 8 points for the Panthers. In boys basketball last night, Eastmont knew it would be in tough with the 5th ranked Davis Pirates in town, but give the Wildcats credit. They played scrappy ball throughout. Anthony Leeson led the way on senior night.
Leeson, zone defense as well early on here for Davis. Leeson, free throw line just inside, jumper good. Throws it away, kind of missed him on stride there. And then right back to Esparza, who can't get the turnover layup, gets his own rebound, back up and in.
Eastmont just hustle play, creating their own second chance opportunities, and a foul and one. How about that?
Calvillo decides to drive and then runs into Kelly. Changed his mind. Leeson for 3.
Well, we talk about the weather outside, Grant. It's been beautiful, warm weather, and Leeson trying to heat it up inside.
Calvillo taking his time here. Now near side. Leeson isn't, though. He puts the shot up for 3. Good.
Why not?
And he's in double figures with 10.
Senior night, baby.
He wanted to go to the basket. Cut off by Evans Kimball. Leeson's going to take the shot. Don't top of the key. Good.
With a hand in his face. Delgado with good defense right there on him, but Lisan feeling it tonight.
For 10 in the ball game. Now it's West with it for Eastmont to Lasan. Baseline, good for 3.
Folks, you very well could be seeing the next state 4A champions right here on the floor for Davis.
Lasan, another 3, his 5th of the night. 4 seconds, 3. Lasan has it. Can anybody get open for a shot? Lasan puts it up, good at the buzzer. 4 seconds, 3. He's going to put up a long jumper. No good. Look at Wellborn. No good. He flew in there, but it's no good, and that does it for the ball game. Our final score: Davis 75, Eastmont 64.
So as we turn to the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard, there you see the final. Eastmont falling. Wenatchee also dropping a road game last night to Moses Lake, 62-46. So here's the scenario for next week. Eastmont girls will host Wenatchee in a district playing game at 5:45, while the Wenatchee boys will host Eastmont in a district playing game at 7:30. We'll have both of them live here on the NCW Life channel. That's sports news. Our features this week, we're focusing on the top 10 candidates for the Cashmere Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant. Today, Jessica Murray is the daughter of Bill and Jody Murray.
Mathematics, business. What do you want to do with that in school or out of school when you graduate?
I'm not really sure. I've just always had a passion for doing math, so I can't really imagine going to school and not like doing math problems, if that makes sense. And then I've been involved in a lot of leadership roles in my school, so I think it'd be fun to go into management or something, but I really have no idea what I want to do. I just think I'll try it out and see kind of where it takes me.
All right. How old were you when you decided that, hey, I'm pretty good at this whole math thing? Numbers make sense to me.
Probably in elementary school when I was in math enrichment classes, and then I just kind of kept moving up from there.
If you could trade places, you said you'd trade with Reese Witherspoon. Why?
Yes. I think Reese Witherspoon, she's just an amazing role model. She uses like her fame and popularity not to just be a pretty actress, but she promotes a lot for children's education and women's rights, and opened up Hello Sunshine, which is women's stories, and I just think it's really inspiring to see someone do good with all that they're given.
Next up, Ariana Villafuerte is the daughter of Julio and Claudio Villafuerte.
Now, you're not only involved in Key Club, you're the lieutenant governor?
Yes.
I don't know if I'm supposed to salute you.
No.
What is that? How do you get to be lieutenant governor for Key Club?
So how I get to be lieutenant governor, I was actually appointed in by a previous lieutenant governor. And basically, what I do as lieutenant governor, I oversee what used to be 4 Key Clubs and now 5 Key Clubs around our area. So there's Wenatchee Key Club, Eastmont, the River Academy, Cashmere, and our newest club, Cascade. So I oversee the clubs and make sure that they're functioning properly, that officers are running meetings as they ought to be, members are paying dues, and I'm basically a liaison from the Pacific Northwest District to our clubs in our area.
That's a lot.
But it's fun.
What would it mean for you to be part of the Apple Blossom Royal Court?
What it would mean to me is just opening another door to be involved in this community. And I love the work that I do with Key Club and United Way, and being involved with Apple Blossom just is going to help me learn even more about my community. And like, there's no greater way to be involved in your community than Apple Blossom. It's like Wenatchee's baby, so.
To watch the complete interviews with all 10 candidates, visit our website, ncwlife.com, and click on Lifestyles. Cashmere Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant, Saturday at the Wenatchee High School Auditorium. Watch it live here on the NCW Life channel beginning at 6:30. Stay right there. Grant will be back to recap our top stories, and we'll have your forecast. Thanks for watching NCW Life Evening News.
The Arbiter of Stoke is a series that highlights a variety of outdoor adventure sports that are available in the Pacific Northwest. I dedicate my time to enjoying this natural playground. The decision is yours. How will you keep your stoke?
Bay Equity Home Loans in Wenatchee, serving all of North Central Washington. We make it our priority to learn all about your financial needs. Whether you're buying your first home, refinancing, or want a reverse mortgage, our mortgage professionals are ready to guide you through the loan process. We have a wide variety of loan products to fit your family's needs. Call Bay Equity Home Loans of Wenatchee today for your pre-approval. 509-888-0466.
Time now for a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. But before we do that, let's take another beautiful look outside our weather window as we once again go to the Manson Water Tower. Some clouds are moving in. There are some clouds moving through the big ridge of high pressure that we're seeing right now. But what a beautiful shot. Lake Chelan and a little bit of snow left on those hilltops. We did set a record high temperature today of at least 59 degrees. It may have crept up to 60. Our old record was 57, just set 3 years ago, back in 2015. But what we're seeing right now is a very strong ridge of high pressure, which is continuing to dominate our weather, with temperatures today once again well above normal and very mild for early February. In the Wenatchee Valley, afternoon temperature readings in the mid to upper 50s and even some lower 60s around the Tri-Cities area. A weak low pressure weather system will overtop our high pressure ridge this afternoon and tonight. No precipitation is expected from this weak weather system. You can see the clouds moving over that ridge, but we will see gusty winds behind the front on Thursday, with winds expected to be steady around 15 to 25 miles an hour and gusts between 30 and 35 here in the Wenatchee Valley. We can also expect cooler temperatures with mostly sunny skies and dry conditions beginning on Friday and continuing through the weekend and into early next week, with afternoon highs in the mid to upper 40s. Let's take a look at that forecast now. And tonight we will drop down to a very mild 39 degrees. Tomorrow could be another record setter, but we'll see a lot of wind, as we mentioned, 57 your high. And then look at that sunshine. Friday we'll see a cool down behind the cold front, and that will continue throughout the forecast period. But I'll tell you what, considering our normal high temperature is 39 right now, those highs in the mid to upper 40s look awfully nice. Sunshine Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. A few clouds on Tuesday, lows in the upper 20s to around 30, with highs, as I mentioned, in the mid to upper 40s. Well, since many of you were disappointed that Budweiser didn't air a Clydesdale commercial during last Sunday's Super Bowl, we leave you tonight with this video of a baby Clydesdale who's full of energy. And if you have a video of the day you'd like to see here on the NCW Life Evening News, message us on our Facebook page at the NCW Life channel. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with your host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
This has been NCW Life News on the NCW Life channel. For more news, log on to ncwlife.com, like us on Facebook, and follow NCW Life channel on Twitter.
Another good thing about this new year to buy a new car is a lot of the new cars that are coming out, the technology is so advanced. Yeah. We've got Honda sensing on the majority of our vehicles now, which is huge for safety. There's, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in the majority of our cars now.
Heads-up display on the new Accord.
Yep, heads-up displays. Just the technology is huge right now, so it's a great time to get into a car and experience that new technology.
It's happening now At Wenatchee Valley Mall, PetSmart has come to town and they're throwing a great event. Two more great events, to be exact. PetSmart offers grooming services Wednesday through Monday and dog training sessions 7 days a week. PetSmart has just what you need with hundreds of exclusive products for your specific pet needs. And leashed pets are always welcome at PetSmart, so stay tuned for all the PetSmart grand opening events. Check out Wenatchee Valley Mall online for all the details.
My name is Sophie Castillo, and I'm a top 10 candidate in the Wenatchee Apple Blossom Festival, and you're watching the NCW Life channel.